We all know that Russia is famous for a variety of things, like vodka, Lake Baikal, and even in the field of space advancement. But wait, there's more. Russia is known for having over 20 Kremlins. For those unfamiliar with the term, a Kremlin is a well-guarded fortress located in Russian cities that also serves as a metaphor for the Russian government. But now, we'll look at this particular Kremlin, which is thought to be the finest, most interesting, famous, expensive, and political of them all. Yes, I'm referring to the Moscow Kremlin, or as I like to refer to it, a city within a city, which is located in the heart of Russia and serves as the emblem of Russian authority as well as the official house of the Russian Federation's president since 1991. It is brimming with historical antiques, gorgeous structures with golden interiors, and exquisite treasures, giving it a valuation worth billions of dollars and prestige. The fact that it is home to one of the world's wealthiest and most powerful men renders the other 20 or so Kremlins almost non-existent. Many other Kremlins may be familiar to you, but I'm very sure the ultimate luxury crammed into the popular Moscow Kremlin isn't. That's why in this video, we'll be discussing its grandeur and beauty like you've never seen before. This massive Kremlin, which covers 68 acres of land, is encircled by 1.5-mile-long red brick walls that are 21 feet thick. Depending on the environment, it can reach a height of 16 to 62 feet. This fortress, in addition to its wall, contains 20 watchtowers of various sizes, each with its own name, and was constructed between 1485 and 1495 with more than 15 structures and gardens. Although the president's regiment's barracks are closed to the public, travelers are permitted to view the remainder of the Kremlin in all its splendor for a fee. Enough with walls and towers. Let us take a look inside the Grand Kremlin Palace. It is now the ceremonial residence of the President of the Russian Federation. In fact, historically speaking, it was once used to host the coronation of Russian emperors. It is not a billion-dollar palace for nothing, because this palace has $70 billion rooms used by the president for state visits and receptions. This palace was built between 1838 and 1849 and is the largest structure in the Kremlin. It is square-shaped and has a courtyard in the middle. The renovation alone cost over $1 billion. The palace's interior is stunning, with gold architecture, bronze chandeliers, golden throne rooms with matching gold throne floors made of over 20 different types of wood tiles designed to look like woven carpets, and gilded gold doors leading to luxurious halls named after different orders, such as the St. Andrew Hall, St. Vladimir Hall, St. George Hall, and Catherine Hall. From the Grand Palaces, let us take a walk on the west side of the Kremlin, where we can find the Palace of Facets, built in 1491 by Ivan III. It houses the gold-lined statues of Tsar's imperial thrones, which defend a cascading red stairway. It also has a golden reception area for ceremonies, as well as secret tunnels beneath it that lead to the Annunciation Cathedral. We also have the Tsar Palace, which was the residence of the first royal family in the 17th century and is decked in gold and royal colors, giving it a royal feel. Not to mention, this building is 5 stories, with 2 floors dedicated to the wife and children of the royal family, 1 floor for storage and workshops. The Tsar has 5 contiguous chambers on the 4th floor, and the 5th floor is a courtyard with a beautiful view of the Kremlin. The magnificent Kremlin Palace connects the Tsar Palace and the Palace of Facets. The Cathedral Square, also known as the Cathedral of Assumption, is the oldest preserved structure built in 1475 to 1479, designed by an Italian architect, Aristotele Fioravanti. It is located in the heart of the Kremlin and includes three of the oldest cathedrals. Its beauty was made with trimmed white stone and blocks. At the south side entrance is the Bonomac throne of Ivan IV. It is also the burial place for some patriarchs of the church. Some of the other buildings in the Cathedral Square include the Cathedrals of Annunciation. This cathedral serves as a private chapel, and its holistic system, which dates from the 14th century, is one of Russia's oldest. In addition, there is the Cathedral of Archangel Michael, which houses the tombs of the first Russian princes and czars. And there are many other churches, including the Church of the 12 Apostles, the 17th century Patriarchal Chambers, the Church of the Disposition of the Robe, and the Savior Cathedral, which has even more stunning golden domes. They also have a large collection of treasures valued at over $1 billion. It holds ceremonial dresses, royal carriages, royal thrones, fabric Easter eggs, and gold and silver by Russian craftsmen. One of the iconic treasures of the armory is a great imperial crown decorated with over 5,000 gems and is estimated to be worth $52 million. In the same building as the armory is a Diamond of Fun Museum with unique jewelry and precious stones from the 18th to 20th centuries. On the northeast side is the White Ivan, the Big Bell Tower with a height of 266 feet that took nearly 3 centuries to build. It includes 21 bells that are only sounded when the enemy is approaching in times of war. The 18th century Moscow-made Tsar Bell, the world's largest bell with a height of 6.14 meters and a weight of 204 tons, sits atop the stone pedestal. The world's largest cannon is located beside the bell. The Tsar cannon, a 40-ton cannon built in the 16th century and presented with 4 ornamental cannonballs. Back in the day, it appears that the Russians were big on enormous decorative metal objects. Both artifacts are renowned Kremlin tourist destinations. However, on the eastern wall of the Kremlin is a red square which was used as a ceremonial center for holiday parades in 1990. The Kremlin, along with the Red Square, was selected as a UNESCO World Heritage Site. The State Kremlin Palace, which was built for Communist Party conferences in 1991, is the newest structure in the Russian site. With over 800 rooms, it is now used as a concert and theater venue. Indeed, it is said that a substantial piece of the structure is buried 50 feet underneath to make it appear shorter. The armory, known as the State Kremlin Palace, has been reconstructed numerous times. Military trophies, armaments, firearms from Napoleon's army, and the 17th to 18th century Russian cannons are on display. On one side, the president's official working apartment is located, as well as a Senate building known as the Kremlin Senate. Inside are the offices of the president and his assistants, meeting rooms, and the presidential library. We also have the oldest park in Moscow, and near the banks of the Moskva River is the Alexander Garden with beautifully manicured grass and the most colorful flower beds. All of this stuff and tourist attractions can only be found inside the massive and famous Moscow Kremlin. That's why it's the most expensive and iconic Kremlin in the country. Well, if you're going to visit this grandest Kremlin, which spot would you like to visit first? Is it the Kremlin Palace or the Cathedral Square? Let us know in the comment below, and if you enjoyed this video and want to see more Lux Life, hit the subscribe button. Cheers!